The B2, and I am calling it done. I pulled off the mask off the canopy and shot everything with a Krylon crystal clear, and then after that dried I went in with testers, dull coat there, and sprayed everything down to give it a flat finish as requested, and it turned out really great. I did go in with Liquitex inks with the airbrush, and I sprayed the some of the decals dead center just to get the basically get it a matte finish and cure any silvering. But there you have it. I think it turned out great. And this will be shipped off next week. I did smoke the canopy with Tamiya smoke, and see, you really can't see inside of it anyway, but gives it the nice reflective sheen, because I did it from the back side of it. Really great looking kit. It does have a couple flaws, but that's with any model, but really I think it turned out great, and just a unique subject. So that'll be gone shipped out next week, so we'll be starting the USS Constitution. Basically what I did today is I am going to cheat just a little bit. I'm going to change it up. I went in and drilled all the little windows on secondary hull and the primary hull. Hopefully maybe you can see what I did. And I got these two parts glued together. One thing I want to cheat though is some of the windows are supposed to be squared, and I really don't want to basically screw with it, because I don't know if you have to cut it out, then get you a file and file it down, make them square. This way it just makes it all uniformed, and only the purists will probably be mad, but it'll look good anyway. But we are going to do a clean build, and wanted to put lights in it, so that's why I was drilling out all the windows. We're going to light up the secondary hole, the primary hole, and then the Bussard collectors. And this is an old kit anyway, so doesn't have any nav lights, so I'm not going to put any nav lights in. It's just basically a display build, turn the lights on, show everyone, and a nice display piece. Drilled out the holes for the bridge there. Drilled out the secondary holes for the, drilled out the holes for the primary hole. And then I'll, probably later today, I'll drill out for the impulse engines. One thing I did, and that's on the nacelle here, you do have to, when you use the JT Graphics end caps, you have a little rib right there, and all you do is you whack that off with the razor saw and put the new piece on. And I already whacked that off and test fit it, but that works out pretty slick. One thing about the Bussard collector here, I want to put a orange LED dead center in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack off the basically half of this detail where the LED will sit in there, about halfway in. This way, when I'll orange tint the plastic caps on the Bussards, and then put the LED in and glow, and it should work out great, and you should be able to see some of the details. So that's what I got going on for the Constitution. Just trying to drill out the holes, clean up with sandpaper where I drilled, drill out some holes for the wires for the, so just everything works out. And because this thing's going to be assembled, but it's also going to be disassembled, and I will show everyone what I mean when I get farther along. So because when I have to ship it, it's easy to put it back together, and it just needs a drop of glue to hold it all together when it's at its new home. But anyway, I'll show everyone, and it'll be assembled here when, and you'll be able to see it all lit up in its glory. The Jackson, this morning I went in and I put in every post that goes on the ship. And basically all I did was I took Mr. Knife and took Mr. Sharpie, and I basically eyeballed it. I really didn't measure. I'm pretty close. And took a Sharpie, put a dot on everywhere where the post went, took Mr. Knife and basically just twisted a little bit of a hole. I cut the post off the fret and super glued the fret into the ship. Now I'm letting this dry today, and then I am going to go back in with a toothpick and some tulip, and I want to go in and basically put a dab of tulip on each post. This way it'll basically secure it. It'll make a bottom post and give it an actual extra more protection, so if anything, hopefully none will fall off. And once I get the railing on, it'll hold it all together too, but that'll give it a little extra security with the tulip. And then once I get all that on, then I can start doing the rudder and a few other little odds and ends. I did get another railing done, and I haven't glued them yet, and once I put a little drop of glue, I'll get them squared off, and then square off the steps so they'll be all even and uniform. But I got the main part done on the Jackson this morning, so hopefully I will be able to rock and roll to put the actual railing on, which that'll be an adventure of itself. The alien hover tank, I'm going to try to briefly explain what I did. I did a dot filter right here. I don't know if you can actually see the actual discoloration, if you will. It's a little bit dark. It's more of a, you probably have to see it in person. But what I did is I took a toothpick and take a brush, and a dot is coloring. You use whatever color you want all over the rainbow. I use a white, red, yellow, and a burnt umber brown color. And I just took a dot of each color and put it on the hole. So you'll have like a white dot, a yellow dot, red dot, and just keep repeating it. It looks like shit, and I'll tell you that right off. You think you screwed up the model. And then you take a nice good flat brush, soft, and with acrylic or with oils, you can use just enamel thinner. Just get the brush not totally saturated, just a little bit damp, and then take for the oil dots, you just go down like so, and you're basically blending it in the hole, and it makes streaks, and it discolors the paint job, which I like real well. Just gives it a subtle variation. With acrylics, you can do the same thing, put all the dots, and then you just need to take, instead of enamel thinner, and I don't got any with me, but take alcohol, 91 proof, and do the same way with the brush, just saturate it. You can just start streaking it, and once it starts blended in, your job is done. You just keep adding more and more, and I like to build it up just to where it's not too much of a total difference, but enough to where you can see darker from light. But that's basically how I do it. But anyway, I can probably show later on more of the dot filter when I do some other projects. But I am just plugging along on the alien hover tank, and for the for a kit I want to do, I was tinkering with doing the robot from Interstellar, and that's Kip, Tars, and Case. So I thought I'd try to do a vacuum form plug, see if I can do a vacuum form kit of the Interstellar robots, and this will basically be in 1/12 scale roughly, and Mrs. Palmer here is basically 1/12 scale, so pretty close. She's more, I think, 1/10, but anyway, it's real close, and they really gave it just definitive size on him, but I want to start working on the plug for him this week and do a kit of that, and so I can have a kit of all 3 robots. A kit, TARS, and case. So that's what I got going on today. And I forgot, I actually had to go to the craft store and buy me a new tool. My revolving leather punch, which I like to create detail when I scratch build, it gave way and I could not find one that was just suitable for it. So I craft store had them 40% off yesterday, and you can get all different sizes. If you notice by the hole there, makes different circles, and you can also use this to cut out instrument panels, and it's just a valuable tool. But I wanted the revolving head punch because that was just handy and easier, but I went ahead, since I couldn't find them, and basically these are 2 sizes that I use a lot, so I just went ahead and got that. But these are at the craft store for in the paper scrapbooking section, so you can look in there for modeling tools. So that's what I got going on today. Got some new tools. Alien hover tank being painted. Working on the interstellar robot. The Jackson continues. And we are starting the USS Constitution and finished with the B2. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.